Now that we've got your attention, let the games begin. Game cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets. Uh-oh. Ah, that's just great. Megabytes, terabytes, downbytes, gigabytes. Stand by for lens McCracken.
Oh, it's you. Well, they said you'd be coming. How are you? My name's McCracken. Lens McCracken. Ace photo snoop. I photograph crime scenes. It's my gift. Some say it's my curse. Some others curse my gift. You see, I take the pictures. Then, with deductive powers far beyond those of mortal man, I use those same pictures to solve the crime. Sounds easy? Heh, for me, maybe. If you think it's so easy, maybe you can help me figure out the caper I'm working on right now. The mayor's wife had disappeared. I call it the case of the mayor's missing wife case. Look at these 3 photos. They should bring the whole mystery into focus. Here's my first clue. It's twisted, but I'll use it in a crunch. Bad hair transplant? No, but a hairy clue nevertheless. Ah, this clue is much more palatable. Yep, now it's all clear. I have no idea what it is. Well, I guess now all you amateur sleuths have figured it out, right? Yeah, neither have I. But ignorance has never stopped Lens McCracken. Let's try my trusty darkroom computer, the Solutionator. So, here's the first close-up. Did you figure it out? It's a bowl of pretzels. Even more suspicious, they got salt on them. When have you ever seen pretzels with salt on them? Yeah, all the time. Now let's check out these stick things. It's pretty obvious that the culprit had a brush with the law, because the next clue is a hairbrush. And now the coup de grace. These colored balloon things are jelly beans. Well, the solution to this crime is so transparent, we looked right through it. At the mayor's party, a bald guy who had no use for the hairbrush discarded it in such a way as to cause him to trip head first into the middle of the jelly beans, leaving a sticky candy-covered residue on his head. So that when he slid into the bowl of pretzels, which adhered to his head in such a manner as to give him the appearance of having a full head of hair, thereby making him irresistible, it caused the mayor's wife to run off with him. Viola, another crime solved. So, it's not as easy as you think, unless you're Lens McCracken, photo snoop.
Buckets of bolts? What are you gonna give to me? Get the lead out! Look at that! Wow! Hey, you alright? Yes! Hey, Chris! Hi! Game time! Captain Bones!
Ahoy, matey! Shiver me timbers! Yo-ho-ho! Look alive, ye lollygaggers! I'm the incredibly dead Captain Bones. I've been sailing the 7 seas for an eternity, and I'll tell ya, I'm a bored stiff. The only thing that saves me from going stark raving mad is making up math puzzles using nothing but me own bones. Now watch closely and just do as I say, or I'll surprise the life out of ye. Just watch me bones. Let me show you what I mean. Here's a picture of a dog. You try making a better one with nothing but your own bones. If I were to ask you to move only one of your bones, so that afterwards the dog was facing the opposite direction, could you do it? I hope so. You pillow fluffing softies. Look. You see how easy it is? You move one bone and change the picture. So, here's another puzzle, thought up over 1,000 lonely nights at sea when there was nothing for miles round except me, the stars, and me own bones. This time I've made 2 houses. Can you move only one of me bones so that I've got one house instead of 2? Remember, you can only move one bone. So it'll have to be clues then, will it, you flea-loving parasite? If you ever get around to moving one of me bones, the one house will look different than the 2 you see now. Let me ask ye, which is better, 2 houses in 2 dimensions, or one house in 3 dimensions? It's not like the roof will cave in if you move one of me bones. Arr, if I were dead already, you'd be killing me right now. Look. See it now, do ya? I should hope so, you easy listening tap dancing sissies. Go on home, you cowards. You wish ya a bon voyage.
Next game coming up. Game cartridge loading. Check. Ugh, revolting slob.
You know, we can learn a thing or two from even the most peculiar people. Observe. Hello, revolting slob. We'd like to teach our viewers a few more new words.
Sure.
Well, thank you, revolting slob. We won't take up much time. Well, revolting slob, you're in an awfully good mood today. How nice, you're blowing kisses. Who's the lucky gal? Well, yes, anyway. Is the revolting slob A, flouting, B, flirting, or C, floating? The correct answer is B, flirting, which means to make all goo-goo at someone you like. Well, now, this is a change. I'm a little afraid of you when you get like this. Well, is the revolting slob A, aghast, B, agog, or C, aggressive? The correct answer is C, aggressive, which means intimidating and threatening behavior.
No!
Well, revolting slob, you seemed that way a very short minute ago.
No!
Yes, I'm afraid you did.
No!
Yes, yes, yes.
No!
Oh, so disagreeable. Well, everyone, is the revolting slob A, contradicting, B, decimating, or C, extrapolating? The correct answer is A, contradicting, which means if I say yes, you say no. Well then, shall we review? Yes. All those kissing sounds mean you're flirting with me. Unfortunately, something has changed your mood and now you've become quite aggressive. I say you are, but you say you're not. You are contradicting me. Well, I've had quite enough for today, so try these new words out on somebody the next chance you get. Oh, and by the way, decimating. It means wiping out or destroying completely. No slobs or cats were harmed during the filming of this show.
Game time in 10 seconds. Next game on the way. Dirty Pictures.
Hey, cats. It's your friend Sketch here to lay something heavy on you. Just 'cause you got eyes doesn't mean you always see. You got to get the whole picture before you really know what's going down. Don't believe me? Well, I'm gonna show you some pages from my sketch pad, but not every page. See if you can tell what's happening before I show you the missing pages. You dig? Picture this. There was this daddy-o who decided to take his son to work. But catch this. Just after they got there, a huge fire broke out in the building. It was crazy. Tons of firefighters were hit to the scene. They were busy evacuating people and putting out the fire. But here's the panic. That father, he passes out and can't move. Scary. The son, now he's a smart cookie. He ran to the window and yelled for help for his pops. Dig this. One of the firefighters looks up, sees the boy at the window, and yells, "Get that boy! He's my son!" Whoa, Daddy-o, that is crazy. Can you figure out what really went down before I lay the missing pages of my sketch pad on you? Because it all makes sense. You might think the firefighter was trying to motivate the troops, so to speak. You know, give them a reason to work fast. That ain't cool, and that ain't it. Maybe you think it was a case of mistaken identity. You know, the firefighter was nearsighted, it was smoky, and he thought it was his son. But that ain't it. And maybe you're thinking he had two dads. You know, like that firefighter was really the boy's stepfather. But that ain't it. So you gotta ask yourself, how could this boy be the son of a man who passed out and the son of a firefighter when the firefighter is his mom? Did you catch it? Oh yeah, before you lose your chill, let me tell you, everyone was okay, and the firefighters put the fire out. So like I've been telling you, when you really use your eyes, you're gonna draw the right conclusions.
Who's got the next game? Poop or scoop?
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'm talking here. That's better. All right, it's time once again to play Poop or Scoop. Can you tell the straight scoop true from the animal poop false? Test your knowledge of the animal kingdom by separating fact from fiction, starting with this little guy right here. Poop or Scoop? The Australian wallaby likes to puke up its food and then eat it all over again. What do you think? If you think this sick little story is, in fact, the truth, go scoop. If not, go poop. And the answer is, it's the straight scoop. The wallaby really does like to puke up its food and eat it again. That's because he lives in a very dry climate. By sending food through the digestive system twice, it helps him extract all the nutrients. Speaking of puke, poop or scoop? Does the sea cucumber like to vomit on its enemies? If you think that's the truth, vote scoop. But if you think it's just a sick joke, vote poop. The answer is, it's the straight scoop. The sea cucumber will actually throw up its entire insides to distract predators. Then it grows a whole new set of organs. I'll be a son of a gun. Okay, poop or scoop? Even though they look skinny, pythons have big appetites and need to eat 3 square meals a day. Believe that? Then scoop it is. If not, then poop it up. And the verdict? It's pure poop. Depending on how big their last meal was, pythons can go months without eating. They can wolf down an entire animal, like a pig or a goat, and then not eat again for a whole year. All right, here we go again. Poop or scoop? The sloth kills monkeys and other small mammals with its sharp claws. Take a look at this guy. If you believe it, go scoop. If not, go poop. And the answer is, it's poop. Poop, poop, poop. The sloth only moves about 6 feet per minute and could never catch up with a monkey. Those razor-sharp claws are mainly used for climbing trees and hanging around, as well as for grabbing wonderful, delicious, leafy snacks. Well, kids, that's all we got for you today. If you got only one right, you're a party pooper. 2, and you're a pooper scooper. 3 makes you a super pooper scooper. If you got all 4 questions, you're what else? A super duper pooper scooper. I'm telling you, you can't get this kind of entertainment just anywhere. So please, join us again next time for Poop or Scoop.
It's time to play 10 seconds, where you've got to read between the lines and think up the answers before time runs out. So now you know how to play. You're on your own. You got 10 seconds. The answer is man on the moon. Next one. Did you get it? Waterfall. What's next? The answer is flat tire. You got 10 more seconds to get the next one. Did you get it? Good afternoon. Well, that's it for now. So keep your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds until it's once more time to play 10 seconds.
It's time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
The wallaby really does like to puke up its food and eat it again.
How could this boy be the son of a man who passed out and the son of a firefighter when the firefighter is his mom? Did you catch it?
Well then, shall we review? Unfortunately, something has changed your mood and now you've become quite aggressive.
Just watch me bones. Can you move only one of me bones so that I got one house instead of 2? See it now, do ya? I should hope so.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time. Now that we've got your attention, let the games begin. Game cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets. Uh-oh. Ah, that's just great. Megabytes, terabytes, downbytes, gigabytes. First game up, Lance McCracken.
Hello, I'm Lens McCracken, ace photo sleuth. I photograph crime scenes. A message to the punks out there. My pictures will nail ya, then the coppers will jail ya. Have a seat, Muggsy. I need your help in figuring out my latest batch of photos. Then, after we have all the clues, sit back and wonder as I bewilder you with my powers of deductive crime-solving reasoning. It was a cold day. I was wearing a sweater. I guess that's why they call it sweater weather. The teapot was cracked and leaking, and that's why I call this case the case of the cracked teapot case. Check out these photo clues and see what you get. Whoops, sorry kid, but I guess I zoomed in way too close here. This clue sure gives me something to chew on. Can you help me figure out what it is? Rats, another close-up. I guess I'll just have to sit back and try to absorb it. How about you? Did you soak up all the information? I'm all out of ideas. Want to take a whack at it? Come on, baby. Serve me one of your ideas across the table. Now, let's look at them all carefully. I don't know how you're doing, but this looks like a job for my dogmatic darkroom computer, the Solutionator. So here's the first tasty close-up. Did you figure it out? It's red licorice. Good work, sugar. What's the next photo? If we get this one, we're well on our way to mopping up the case. A sponge. Okay. This last picture isn't even giving me a sporting chance of getting it. It's a ping pong paddle. Now it's time to really score and wrap up the case. The famous circus tumbling act, the Great Spazoids, were working their day job as house cleaners. They were scrubbing the kitchen of Old Lady Hill's mansion when they spied some red licorice hidden on the top shelf of the pantry. They climbed up on top of each other's shoulders, but still couldn't reach it. Then one of the Spazoids grabbed a ping pong paddle to swat it down with. That's when it got ugly. The Spazoids took a fall and landed on the old lady's china cabinet, thus breaking the said teapot. What's that sound, baby? It's the sound of the fat lady singing 'cause the case is closed. Am I good or what? When it comes to solving crime, I don't have time for petty details and facts. That's why I'm Lens McCracken, Photo Snoop.
Next game coming up. Game cartridge loading. Check. Distraction news on the air in 3, 2, 1.
And now, Distraction News with your anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Good evening. I'm Dora Smarmy, and welcome to Distraction News, where we give you the news, and at the end of our newscast, I will ask you 5 questions about what I've reported. So make sure you're not distracted. And now, our top story today, earthquakes. The Earth's crust is made up of pieces called plates. The pressure from the built-up heat and gases under the Earth causes the plates to rub against each other, causing the Earth to shake. This is called an earthquake. The cracks between the plates are called faults. Faults at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean cause earthquakes at sea, producing huge waves that are called tsunamis, which is Japanese for tidal wave. When they hit land, the waves can be as high as 150 feet. Wow! And finally, to measure earthquake activity, scientists use an instrument called a seismograph. Well, that was pleasant, wasn't it? Let's see how well you were able to remember the facts. And be sure to count how many you get right. Otherwise, no ice cream. What is the Earth's crust made up of? Cups, saucers, or plates? The answer is plates. What causes the plates to rub against one another? Love and marriage, heat and gases, or Franks and beans? The answer is heat and gases. A crack between plates is called a fault, a splinter, or a clunky. The answer is a fault. What is the Japanese word for tidal wave? Jumanji, swami-bami, or tsunami? The correct answer is tsunami. And finally, what is the name of the instrument that measures earthquake activity? Phonograph, stephigraph, or seismograph? The answer is seismograph. So, how did you do? If you got any wrong, was it A, my fault, B, your fault, or C, the gremlin's fault? Well, that's all the time we have for today, but remember, don't ever let anything distract you from watching Distraction News. So long.
This has been Distraction News with your favorite cardboard cutout anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Come on, you buckets of bolts! Who are you gonna give to me? Get the lead out! Look at that! Wow! Hey, well, what? Here, take this. Bye! Skip pad! Skip pad!
Hey, cats. It's your friend Sketch here to lay something heavy on you. Just 'cause you got eyes doesn't mean you always see. You got to get the whole picture before you really know what's going down. Don't believe me? Well, I'm gonna show you some pages from my sketch pad, but not every page. See if you can tell what's happening before I show you the missing pages. You dig? Picture this. A groovy young couple have a baby in Boston, Massachusetts. He's a cute little dude and everything seems fine. Both the mommy and the daddy-o were born in Boston, Massachusetts. The grandparents too. But the little dude can't be an American citizen. Born in Boston, his whole family too. But he's not an American. Crazy. Can you figure out what really went down before I lay the missing pages of my sketch pad on you? 'Cause it all makes sense. You might think we're talking about a different Boston, Massachusetts, but that's not it. Or you might think that the family just happens to be on vacation in the United States when the baby is born, but that's not it. So you gotta ask yourself, when can you be born in Boston, Massachusetts, and not be an American when your parents were also born there? How about in 1720, when Massachusetts was still a British colony? There was no such thing as the United States back then, so you couldn't be an American citizen. You dig? So like I've been telling you, when you really use your eyes, you're gonna draw the right conclusions.
Who's got the next game? Next game? Coming up! Greetings, Hey, folks, this game is edible!
Dally-hoo, kids! How's it going? Your old pal Eddie Bull here at the exciting Walla Walla Washington Zoo. This week we're going to...
Eddie Bull, he's edible. He really is incredible. He's simply the best of the bunch. There's simply no disguising that he's so appetizing that we want him for our lunch.
Looks like I'm lunch meat. Here's a suggestion. Don't try this at home. But now that I'm in here, let's see if you can figure out which creature just ordered me off the menu. Okay, everybody, here's your first clue. They gather around in sort of a group huddle to draw up a play to see how they're going to chase down their prey. Second clue, they eat their prey bones and hoofs and hides and all. That's because they can digest anything, and their jaws are strong enough to crush the largest bones. Ow! You might be surprised to find out that they're not members of the dog family, no matter what they look like. Okay, here's the last clue. It's no laughing matter to get chased by a pack of these guys. That's because it's the hyena! The hyena! The hyena! Which means they work together when they attack, have really strong jaws and teeth, look like dogs, and make laughing sounds when they howl. That's a hyena. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm out of here. But before I go, remember, please don't feed the animals.
Eddie Bull, he's edible. He really is incredible. And we want him for our lunch.
Hey everybody, are you ready for the 3 R's? Rolling, rhythmic, and rocking! Are you ready? Well, get ready, because I'm gonna blow your mind with Psycho Man! See what I mean? Okay, Here's how psychomath works. I'll show you a math problem, but instead of numbers, I will show you some pictures. Now here's where you come in. You figure out what numbers the pictures stand for and solve the problem. Get it? You better get it, because I don't have all day. All right then, let's do some psychomath. An ice skater skates this number. A figure what? Picture it in your mind. Then add it to the number of letters in the word. Word up. See, that is too cool. Then divide it by the number of days in a weekend. And those better be the only days you don't go to school. See, Professor Rocket doesn't even like thinking about skipping school. Now, you got the answer? You take the figure 8 of the ice skater, add it to the 4 letters in the word, divided by the 2 days in a weekend, and the answer is 6. How you like me now? Listen up, because here comes the next one. The number of inches in a foot. Plus the number of points for scoring a dunk shot in basketball. Now just one basket. I'm not talking about no Michael Jordan hoops. Then take away the number of I's in the word Mississippi. Yes, you got to know how to spell it to get the right answer. Now, what does it equal? Okay, 12 inches in a foot, plus 2 points for a basketball score, minus 4 I's in Mississippi, and the answer is 10. And I rate 10 a 10 because it is such a fine number. Okay, last one, because Professor Rocket has a special lady called Algebra calling his name. Take the number of baseball players needed for a team. Just the team, not the bat boy, not the water boy. I'm talking about the team. Subtract the nickels in a quarter, also known as 25 cents. Minus the number of quarts in a gallon. Sherbert, don't even waste my time with Sherbert. Everybody knows that Professor Rocket loves the rocket road. Enough of that. Let's see what it equals. There are 9 baseball players on a team, minus 5 nickels in a quarter, minus 4 quarts in a gallon, equals 0. 0, as in a whole lot of nothing. Congratulations, you did it. Now you earned a reward. All the sherbet you can eat. That's right, you eat it. I think it's nasty. Stay away from my rocky road. Everybody knows Rocky Road is reserved for the man that invented psychomath. Professor Rocket's out.
That was cool. Let's play Next game up, Riddle Snake.
In the dark and mysterious recesses of parts unknown, there resides the strange and riddle-wise creature known only as the Riddle Snake. His music is enchanting, and his riddles are perplexing. So look close and think even closer, closer, closer. The riddle is, what lies on its back 100 feet in the air? What lies on its back 100 feet in the air? answer is a dead centipede. And to all you concerned insect lovers, no centipedes were injured in the making of this riddle. He's actually just resting. Bon voyage.
Watch your backs. Coming through, coming through. Please. Game time in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to play 10 seconds, where you've got to read between the lines and think up the answers before time runs out. So now you know how to play. You're on your own. You got 10 seconds. The miraculous answer is walk on water! Next one. Did you get it? It's tiptoe through the tulips. What's next? Did you get it? Holy cow! It's a triple play! You got 10 more seconds to get the next one. Where are we? It's Times Square! Hey! Well, that's it for now, so keep your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds until it's once more time to play 10 seconds!
It's time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
There are 9 baseball players on a team, minus 5 nickels in a quarter, minus 4 quarts in a gallon, equals 0. 0.
They gather around in sort of a group huddle to draw up a play to see how they're going to chase down their prey. It's the hyena! The hyena!
When can you be born in Boston, Massachusetts, and not be an American when your parents were also born there? How about in 1720, when Massachusetts was still a British colony?
The Earth's crust is made up of pieces called plates. The pressure from the built-up heat and gases under the Earth causes the plates to rub against each other, causing the Earth to shake.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time. Now that we've got your attention, let the games begin.
Game cartridges assembling.
Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets. Uh-oh. I don't understand. Every day it seems to be the same problem. First game, Radio Scramble.
Hey, all you people and peopleettes. Hello and jello from your humble bumble, Jumpin' Johnny Jumble. Or as we say here at Scramblin' Radio,
Jumpin' Johnny Gel Bum.
because here at Scramblin' Radio, we mix 'em and you fix 'em. Oh, yeah! In other words, my name is really...
Jumpin' Johnny Jumbo.
Can you dig it? I knew that you could. And I'll be shoving out the hits, messing up the words, and you gotta make sense of all the nonsense. So let's get the bristles out of this porcupine and stick a winner on the plate with today's #1 hit. It's the with Constable.
Constable, my friends down in the hood, they tell me that I'm just no good, but they can't eat my shorts.
They can eat my shorts.
Constable, I wish that I was 10 feet tall, so they'd pass me the ball, and I'd be the king of the court. Yeah.
It's good. It's all good. That was the scoring with their smash hit, Basketball. Ha ha! Did you get it? And now it's time for another commercial spot. Hey, if you want a quick snack but don't want to try the same old thing, why not try Tammy's Citruff?
If you're feeling hungry but don't know what to eat, try your Tammy's Citruff. They just can't be beat.
Oh yeah, Tammy's Citruff have won top prizes at the state fair 30 years in a row. And each year they're sweeter and juicier than ever, cause Tammy puts in 10 to 11. And of course, she cheats. So if you're tired of meat and potatoes, try Tammy's Fruits. Oh baby, can you dig it? I knew that you could. So clones and clonettes, before we send this baby off to Dreamville, let's hear one from the Oddies and their newest oldie, Rupsy Dulcum.
They think they are so hot, like they're a great big honkin' deal. I could look the same as them if I didn't eat a meal. They're the Rupsy Dulcum, with lips the size of New York. I could join the Rupsy Dulcum, except I'm only 5 feet short. I could join the Rupsy Dulcum.
Long, tall, and all, you know what they are. That's the Oddies with Supermodels. Oh, baby. And as we send this model down the runway, this is big time bye-byes from your lonesome onesome,
Jumpin' Johnny Meatball.
That's Jumbo.
And now, Distraction News with your anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Good evening. I'm Dora Smarmy, and welcome to Distraction News, where we give you the news, and at the end of our newscast, I'll ask you 5 questions about what I've reported. So pay close attention and make sure you're not distracted. Now for our top story today, mummies. The ancient Egyptian pharaohs believed that death was the beginning of a great journey. They preserved their dead through the process of mummification and then buried them in tombs or pyramids with food, clothing, jewels, servants, and even pets. The mummification process was highly effective and has preserved some bodies for nearly 5,000 years. After death, the ancient morticians would remove the brain and many vital organs. For mummification to occur, all water must be removed from the body. This is so bacteria cannot break down the body's tissue. To thoroughly dry it out, they would pack the abdominal cavity with drying compounds and immerse the body in saltpeter for about 40 days. After that, the body was washed, repacked with spices and the drying compounds, and wrapped in bandages soaked in resin. Quite a process, just as Tutankhamun, one of the most famous mummies ever. Hey, by the way, shouldn't we call male mummies daddies? Now let's see how well you were able to remember the facts, and be sure to count how many you get right. Mummies are really scary monsters, a slang term for mother, or preserved human bodies. The answer is preserved human bodies. What is the longest some mummies have been preserved? Over 10,000 years, nearly 5,000 years, or several decades? The answer is nearly 5,000 years. What do the ancient morticians remove from the dead pharaohs? Unwanted facial hair, vital organs, or cowboy boots? The answer is vital organs. The body is immersed for 40 days in what? A bubble bath, powdered sugar, or saltpeter? The answer is saltpeter. And finally, what is the last thing they do to the mummy? Throw it a goodbye party, plastic surgery, or wrap it in bandages? The answer is wrap it in bandages. So, how did you do? Do you think you can make your own mummy? Ew. Oh, well, that's all the time we have for today, but remember, don't ever let anything distract you from watching Distraction News. So long.
This has been Distraction News with your favorite cardboard cutout anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
You fool! This is your one and only Professor Rocket, ready to once again provide you with the greatest game ever to walk the earth. Psycho Man! Whoa! Man, I gotta get that fixed. Okay, game time. Here's how it works. I'll show you an equation, but instead of numbers, I'll show you some pictures. All you gotta do is figure out what the numbers and pictures stand for. Then, just solve the problem. Got it? Good. Then I expect it's time to do some psycho math. I take the age you need to be to vote. Yeah, I'm thinking of running. Then add it to the number of years in a decade. I've always been a 20s type of guy myself. Then divide it by the number of pints in a quart. Got milk? Or a milkshake. Got the answer? Let me take you through it. Takes the voting age of 18. Add it to 10 years in a decade. Then divide it by the 2 pints in a quart. And the answer is 14. 14. Now, that's what I call doing the math. The psycho math, that is. Next up, take the number of years in a century. Put on some clothes, Miss Lucilla. Plus the number Roman numeral V stands for. You think the Romans didn't know that V is a letter? Now, just subtract the number of frames in a game of bowling. Got the answer? Need some more time? Forget it! We got 100 years in a century, plus the 5 the Roman numeral B stands for, and then subtract the 10 frames in a game of bowling, and what you get is 95. 95. A great year for math. That number's so good, it scares me. You ready to do a lot more? Well, too bad, because this is the last one. Take the noon hour. I'm getting hungry. Now subtract the number of sides in an isosceles triangle. Next, subtract the number of zeros in a million. Got the answer? Let's go, let's go, let's go! I got a lunch date. Noon is 12 o'clock. Minus the 3 sides of an isosceles triangle, or any other triangle for that matter. Minus the 6, count them, 6 zeros in a million, equals 3, a 6. Good job. That's all the time we have for today. But don't be surprised if someday, some way, when you're least expected, someone walks up to you and says, "Smile, it's time for Psycho Math." Haha, Professor Rocket's out.
That was cool. Let's play another. Next game on the way. Dirty Pictures. Watch your backs. Coming through, coming Stand by for Lens McCracken.
So, there you are. Thought you'd never show. My name's McCracken. Lens McCracken. Ace Photo Snoop. I photograph crime scenes. Some people say I'm good. Real good. Then again, some others, a lot more others, say I'm bad. Extremely bad. You see, I take pictures. Then, I apply my considerable reasoning expertise using said pictures to solve the crime. You think you can help? Everything about that night was as normal as any other night, except nothing was normal at all. And all the fish in Lake Schmindel were dead. I call it the case of the dead fishes case. Here's the first photo, zoomed in way too close. Hey, wake up. I don't want none of you getting tired after only one clue. We got a long way to go. Hey, you guys gotta pay attention here. You're already on thin ice. Look at the photo. Got it yet? Well, you're lucky, because I don't get it either. Oh, man, this is the last straw. I feel like I'm sucking air here. If I gotta tell you to look at these clues one more time. Okay, sorry, I'm a little bent out of shape. Let's take a look at all of them together. Well, there you have it. At least I hope you do, because I certainly don't. Wait a minute. Don't leave. There is one more thing we could try. My faithful darkroom computer, the Solutionator. So, here's the first close-up. Did you figure it out? A bike tire. Yes. Why didn't I think of that in the first place? Now let's investigate this, thingy. You excited yet? My toes are curled. Holy cow, it's an ice skate. I'm thinking whatever this crime is, it's against the law. Okay, here's the last photo clue. A straw. Well, that breaks the camel's back, which, by the way, is also against the law. And now we finally know what happened, don't we? Octavia Podiatrisk, the Slovian ice skating Olympic champion, was practicing figure eights down on Old Lake Schmindel when summer suddenly approached, causing the ice to melt and sending her into the warming water. Just then, a paperboy riding a bike on his delivery route saw the flailing Podiatrisk, and although unable to swim, he used the straw from the soda he was drinking to suck the lake dry enough for the skater to walk out, while unfortunately doing away with all the life-giving water the fishes needed to live. The paperboy, embarrassed by his inability to swim, ran away, never to admit his courageous act, and so we crack another case, wide open. Perhaps next time you'll pay closer attention so that one day you'll be as good as Lens McCracken, Photo Snoop.
Hey, folks, this game is edible.
Dally-hoo, kids! How's it going? Your old pal Eddie Bull here at the exciting Walla Walla Washington Zoo. This week we're going to...
Eddie Bull, he's got the boom. He really is incredible. He's simply the best of the bunch. There's simply no disguising that he's so appetizing that we want him for our
lunch. Attention shoppers, blue light special on zookeepers. Aisle 5. Okay, everybody, can you figure out who made a meal out of me? Here's your first clue. You wouldn't know it to look at it, but it's one of the fattest animals around. In fact, when well fed, almost half its body weight comes from fat. They've got pads on their knobby knees because they kneel a lot, like when they sleep. It has hair inside its ears and long eyelashes to keep out sand. Oh, really fat, knobby knees, hairy ears. Could be my sister Arlene. She'll kill me for that. Okay, now here's the last clue. This animal can go 10 days without water, but when it does drink, it takes either one hump or two. That's because it's a camel. A camel, which means it stores fat, not water, in its hump, has pads on its knees, protects itself from sandstorms, and has one or two humps on its back. Woohoo! Uh-oh, camels like to spit up food when they get angry. Looks like I'm out of here. I gotta go.
is edible. He really is incredible, and we want him for our lunch.
To another episode of Here We Are, as we follow the adventures of two lost ears trying to find their place in the world. So, here we go!
Hey, you! What? Listen to this!
Like I have any choice. What's that?
I'm tap dancing!
But you don't have feet.
No! Thanks a lot.
Ready to play?
I'm all ear.
First clue.
A really sloppy kiss from Grandma.
Nope.
Let me hear it again. It's certainly not someone drinking a soda.
Yes, it is. But where? Next clue.
Excuse me. Beg your pardon. Pardon me. Nice.
You dancing?
Close.
Me dancing?
No.
I don't know anyone else who dances.
It's not dancing.
Then why'd you bring it up?
Will you cut it out and listen?
Beg your pardon. Pardon me. Nice.
It's someone stepping on people's toes.
I knew that.
But where? Okay, last clue. What is this?
Oh, that is so obvious.
Yeah? What is it?
It's a person drinking a soda, then stepping on people's toes as he tries to sit down and watch. A sewing machine!
It's not a sewing machine, it's a film projector. And we are at the movies.
Oh, John, don't ever leave me. Darling, I'd never leave you. I could never do such a thing.
That was beautiful. Pass me a Q-tip.
That concludes today's episode of Here We Are. And we are out of here.
It's time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
You wouldn't know it to look at it, but it's one of the fattest animals around. In fact, when well fed, almost half its body weight comes from fat. It's a camel!
Takes the voting age of 18, added to 10 years in a decade, then divided by the 2 pints and a quart. And the answer is fuck tea. Fuck tea.
The ancient Egyptian pharaohs believed that death was the beginning of a great journey. They preserved their dead through the process of mummification and then buried them in tombs or pyramids with food, clothing, jewels, servants, and even pets.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time.